Hi class, how are you today? Here's what I need you to do. As you're getting into your seats, I need you to open up your notebooks, get to a clean sheet of paper, make sure you put the date on it, and I want you to answer the following questions. Number 1, what does successful mean in your own words? Number 2, name a person we have talked about in class who are successful. You can go back, look through your papers, look through your book, find out who they are. Okay? You can just name one. If you want to name more than one, that's fine. And number 3, can you think of a time in your life when you were successful or not successful? Just pick up something that stands out and just write about it real quick, or just tell me a little bit about it. Okay? I'll give you about 5 minutes to answer these. Okay. So who can tell me what does successful mean in your own words? Okay? Maria, tell me something. Excellent. I love that answer. Okay? Someone successful can be someone who has money, someone who's well known. Jorge, what do you think? Someone who's happy. That's good. Excellent. All right, let's go to number 2. Name a person we've talked about in class who's successful. Who can give me someone? Frida Kahlo. Well done. Who else? Christopher Reeves. Great example. Okay? Now, can you think of a time in your life when you were successful or not successful? All right. Juan, tell me something. Okay. Wow, really? Okay. Remember that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Now I'm going to have you guys listen to a story about a time when I was not successful. Why don't you just listen here, look at the pictures, follow along with the sentences, okay? And then we'll talk about the story. Okay, the title of my story is called A Tough Game. What does tough mean? Difficult, hard, good. Those are all great synonyms. Okay, so just listen along, follow the sentences, look at the pictures. One day, my teammates and I were getting ready to play a big game. It was the championship for the tournament in State College. I was so excited. We were playing a red team from New Jersey. My coach told us that they won the tournament the year before. I was nervous. The game started and the other team scored fast. We were losing 1-0. Then all of a sudden, my friend Jessica was pushed and we got a penalty kick. My coach yelled my name and told me to shoot the penalty kick. I was really nervous. I put the ball down and the referee blew his whistle for me to go. I missed it. I was sad. I started to cry. We lost the game 1-0. After the game, my coach gave me a hug and told me it was okay, and everyone makes mistakes. Okay, here's what I want you to do now. You're going to have about 2 or 3 minutes with the person next to you. I want you guys to get together and start talking. Here's what I want you guys to talk about. These questions here. 1, what was the major event in Miss Valerio's story? What was the big thing that happened? Number 2, what happened because of this event? And 3, what did Miss Valerio learn at the end of the story? Think about those. We'll come back to you in a few minutes. Alright, let's talk about these questions real quick. What was the major event in Miss Valerio's story? Paco, what do you think? Alright, that makes sense. Okay, let's see, we'll write that down. Okay, number 2, what happened because of this event? Sarah, what do you think? Alright, we could put that on the board. Let's try that one. And number 3, what did Miss Valerio learn at the end of the story? Okay, what do you guys think? Alright, we could jot those down. I like that one too. We'll put both down. Okay, great. Now we're going to read, or I'm going to read, this handmade version of my story. So it's not a PowerPoint. It's just like a regular book. I want you to listen for the same questions. Okay, we'll talk about it after we read. Okay, so it's the same story, but just a handmade version. So let's check about how we did it, because now you've heard the story twice. Were we right? Was the major event in Miss Valerio's story when she took the penalty kick? Yeah, that was the main event. That was the big turning point in the story. Number 2, what happened because of this event? Okay, we did say that Miss Valerio cried. Is that true? Yeah. What else? What were her emotions like? She was sad. Good. Excellent. And number 3, what did Miss Valerio learn at the end of the story? Okay, we said 2 things. Her coach was nice to her. Yes, that people will be nice to her. And what else? Right, she learned that everyone makes mistakes. Great job. Okay, let's talk about some other things here. What word did the author use to refer to herself? So the book was about me. What word did I say a lot when I was talking about myself? What do you guys think? Say it out loud. Yeah, you're right. I used the word I. That is a personal pronoun. It is referring to me. Good, excellent. All right, let's check out this question. Let's see how we do. What word did the author use to join 2 ideas? So 2 ideas, and there's 1 word that joined them sometimes. Think about it. Think about some examples in the story. Take some guesses. What do you think? Okay, that could be it. What else do you think? All right, great job. The word is and. We use the word and to combine 2 thoughts or 2 ideas into 1 sentence. Great. Okay, here's what I want you to do now. Take that idea from the bell ringer about a time that you were successful or unsuccessful. Now look at the worksheet on the organizational chart. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to have about 5 to 8 minutes to fill in the chart. You're going to tell me about what happened. Give me some details. How old were you? Where did it happen? What did you do or not do? Okay? Then tell me the outcome. What happened because of that? In my story, I cried. So you tell me what happened in your story. Okay? Describe your feelings. I was sad. Tell me what you felt like. Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you mad? Were you angry? Okay? Then tell me what you learned. In my story, I learned that everyone makes mistakes. Tell me what you learned. Okay? Did you learn to do your homework? Did you learn to be nice to your brother? Tell me what you learned. Wow, guys, from walking around, you're doing such a great job. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to hear your stories. Here's what I want you to do now. Okay? Using the organizational chart, okay, you are going to write a story about this experience you had. Use what you did during your pre-writing in that worksheet, okay, and create a story. Now, your story must be 10 to 20 sentences long. Look at the rubric on the back of your worksheet, okay, and it tells you what you should be including in your story. Use that as a guide, too, okay? Use your pre-writing and the rubric so you know what to include. I'll walk around and help you, so if you have any questions, just stop me, okay? Good luck, and if you need any help again, don't feel free to stop me. Alright. Okay, next step is our peer editing stage. Now, don't forget your rules for peer editing. It's confidential. Whatever you write, no one else is going to read it except your editor, okay? And they're not going to tell anyone. Here's what you want to do. You're going to take a few minutes. You're going to read your partner's paper. And here's what I want you to look for. Look at your checklist. Did they use the pronoun I? Don't forget, that refers to yourself, so that's who the story's about. So you should be using the pronoun I. 2, did they ever use the word and to join 2 sentences? And if they didn't, maybe circle a part where you think they could use and to join them. And number 3, were there any sentences that you had trouble understanding? Okay? And please show these to your partner especially. Maybe put a line under it, a circle, or an arrow, so they know to double check that one. Okay? You'll have about 5 or 10 minutes, and you guys will switch back and talk about it. Okay, I heard some good things, so I know you guys probably helped each other, so great job. Alright, last step, and here's the fun part. You're going to now turn your story into a real book. Now you have 2 options. You can make a PowerPoint book, just like I did, or a handmade book like the second time when I showed you the story. You have your own option. Don't forget to use that rubric to make sure you're getting the most points you can. Okay, you want to make sure that there's a title. You want to make sure you use descriptive adjectives. You have pictures. It's colorful. Okay, good luck and have fun. And don't forget, I'll be walking around, so if you have any questions, feel free to stop me. All right, have fun.